going on, everyone, and welcome back to Action Sunday. In fact, it's the last Action Sunday of the year 2018. And I'm going to end this with a bang. So I had to think really long and hard to figure out what did I want to end the year with. So without any further ado, I realized, you know what? Why the heck not? Why not review the Expendables? So why the heck not? It's since I've been reviewing some big, time names from the 80s. I've looked at Chuck Norris movies. I've looked at all these are good action movies starring your favorite action stars over this course of year or so. So why the heck not? So I'm gonna end it with a bang, and that is the Expendables. So yeah, and Sly Stallone's quote unquote masterpiece, as I call it. So looking back at, let's see, after watching it in fresh eyes again, I realized, oh boy, this movie has not aged well. Oh my goodness. And let's see, we've gone through 3 Expendables movies, and now of course I understand there's a 4th one on the way, which of course I'm kind of groaning at, which, let's see, I don't know, take your pick. Anyway, let's see, what can I say about the Expendables? It was good for the most part, but you gotta understand this, is that, how can I say this, it's not a technical sound masterpiece. Let's point this out, okay? Stallone was going into this with not a full script. It was barely even a full script. Essentially, he was going in, how can I explain this? As like the nuts and bolts and the frame of a car, but no engine. If that makes any sense. And everyone else, all these are big names like Dolph Lundgren, Jet Li, Randy Couture, and Steve Austin. All of them had to contribute to make this movie awesome. And in other words, it's like playing off each other's strengths and weaknesses. And in a way, it's kind of like how I say, it's like crash booking a show, like a wrestling show, but somehow in a way it still somehow will turn out good or bad depending on who your target audience is. And somehow this movie really, in a way, it kind of hit the mark, but at the same time, it's like one of those movies that make you just say, "Wow, well, a lot of unbelievable crap," but still, it's an entertaining movie. Like there's so many good, amazing action sequences in this movie. I could probably write a whole book about, but hey, it's still for what it's worth. It plays off everyone's strengths and weaknesses, depending where you love them or hate them. Like I just love the all-star cast that you got here. You got all these different names, and from all these different franchises, and which kind of brings to mind. I'm like, okay, so we got Sly, we got Statham, we got Jet Li, we got all these other guys, and yet we get a cameo from Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger. They don't contribute shit to this movie, but yet they come back for the sequels. What the shit? And of course, Schwarzenegger is like the guy. If you're gonna make an Expendables movie, why the heck not? You gotta get Schwarzenegger involved. It's like, okay, I'll come back for the sequels, but I just want to be for the movie, just to make a bigger cameo. I'm like, okay, we get it, but still, I think it would have helped the movie a little better, in my opinion, if Schwarzenegger just, okay, here I am, and then be like, all right, no, hold on, I'm gonna stay and help you out. And instead, we had to wait another movie until he finally gets involved. Then you got then throwing all these other great action stars in the sequels, but I'm focusing on the first one. That's all I want to look at. And the first one was, like I said, is a hit or miss opportunity depending on what you look at. You could say, I call it a masterpiece because it's like, Stallone just wanted this just for fun. In a way, it delivered. But at the same time, like I said, it's just a mess of a movie at times. But still, we should just say, oh yeah, this how you get see these big guys beat the shit out of each other. Yeah, not much else I can say. I feel real bad for Eric Roberts, even though, once again, I hate when he gets typecasted into these villain roles, okay? He was the villain in this movie, if you guys didn't know. Well, staying with Steve Austin, but of course he's definitely part of the ensemble, but yeah, not much else I can say about the Expendables. It's just fun for what it's worth. Looking back at it, it's not the best masterpiece. I've seen better incredible action movies than the Expendables. So yeah, take your pick, okay? So if you have not seen Expendables, where the hell have you been living the past 8 years? Go find them. In fact, find all of them. Go watch them. Just check your brain at the door. Just enjoy them. But yeah, other than that, if you don't like what I'm telling you, then just take a pass on it. So if I had to give the Expendables an overall score, I'm going to give the Expendables a 7 out of 10. That's as good as I can give to this movie that Stallone that wanted to bring to life with your all-star cast. So yeah, it's no masterpiece. I think the later sequels got slightly better or worse depending on how you look at it. But if there is gonna be a fourth movie, I don't know. I'd say just be wary, okay? And Stallone Bird just hope he has Dutton learns from his mistakes and makes delivers a home run with the Expendables 4. All right. So that does for today. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more videos, and of course, people, Happy New Year.